What's up, guys? It's Cory from SuperKamiGuru9000, and this is another edition of my anime pickups, and these are some really cool ones. I actually picked them up at AWA, that's Anime Week in Atlanta. It was the big anime convention that me and Christian just went to. We actually got that video. We'll put a link to that in an annotation right up here. But I picked up 3 things at AWA. I'm going to show you them today. Alright guys, the first thing I want to show you is this one I picked up right here. This is the Trigun movie. It's known as Trigun Badlands Rumble. And, you know, I really was interested to see this one at AWA because they have a lot of viewing rooms there where they show off some of the new series and new movies. And they were showing this, and I really wanted to see it. And I got to see the first couple minutes of it, and I really liked it, and I was swayed, and I just had to get the Blu-ray version of it. And basically, it's just a continuation of the old Trigun anime series from the mid-90s. It doesn't take place at the end. It's actually somewhere in the middle. It's kind of like a random episode. It's kind of like a really long episode. So that's actually a good thing, because even if you're not a fan of the series, you should be able to get into it pretty easily. It lets you know about the characters and, you know, why they do what they do. So it's good for longtime fans of the series. It's good for new fans. It's full of some really fantastic action and some artwork that I really appreciate, because since this is stuff from the mid-90s, it's got a certain art style to it that really isn't used a lot nowadays, and I really appreciated that in this. And you know, a lot of great voice acting. I've only watched it in Japanese so far, but I'm actually one of those few people who will say the Trigun dub is actually pretty good. So you should probably check that out. Yeah, and it looks fantastic on Blu-ray. So if you really liked the Trigun series and you just want a little bit more, check out Trigun Badlands Rumble. You can find it on Blu-ray and DVD. And it comes as no surprise, I love Gundam, and there were a few ones there that I just had to pick up. And one of them was the continuation of the new OVA series, Gundam Unicorn. This is the 3rd episode right here. I haven't really talked a lot about this series. When I get to it in my Gundam retrospective, it's probably not even going to be done yet, but I'll probably do a little video on it anyway. But anywho, being that it's an OVA series, it's got some really great movie quality animation. Each episode itself is about 60 minutes long, so it's kind of like having like a little mini movie for each one. But, you know, this takes place within the original Universal Century timeline of the original Gundam series. Takes place a good 30 or so years after the original character's story. And, you know, it's got a really, I don't know, it's kind of a mystery. This is one of the more interesting Gundams I've seen. It's not very stereotypical, which is definitely a good thing, because Gundam tends to fall into that a lot. But it's got some really great characters that are very believable. The artwork is kind of a mix of the old and the new. You have some characters who look like they're designed from the 1970s. You even have a few characters from the original show who make appearances in this, and even some of the great voice actors. As a matter of fact, for you One Piece fans out there, the main villain of this series, his name is Full Frontal, and basically he's like a clone of the original villain from Mobile Suit Gundam, Char Aznable. And he's actually voiced by the same guy who does the voice for red-haired Shanks in One Piece. So that kind of shows how long this voice actor's been around, and he's still in this, and he's still doing great. And he's still as awesome as ever. So if you guys are looking for some incredible production values, some great mecha battles, this one is full of it. This is by far the most action-packed Gundam Unicorn episode yet. Really, guys, check this out. This is the best Gundam so far. And the last DVD that I picked up at AWA this year is one that is probably one of the best things I've ever picked up ever. And again, it's another Gundam DVD, and it's one that I've never owned and always wanted to. And it's actually the very first collection of the original Mobile Suit Gundam anime TV series. This is the first 21 episodes of the original 1979 classic. And it's incredible. You know, this has never been released in the States with the Japanese language, you know. Before, they released individual DVD sets of it with the American dub, but never would you have the option to see it in its original format, and this offers that, and it is incredible. The picture's been cleaned up a little bit. It still runs in an old resolution, but it still looks really good for its time. The sound quality is really good, and, you know, it's an old series. You kind of have to be kind of a, you know, really good anime fan, I think, to appreciate something like this. I'm a Gundam fan, and I've always wanted to own the whole series. I know what's going to happen, but there's still a few things that I've missed, and this has been really great. But the thing about this series is, you know, it's easy to write it off because, I mean, it's kind of old, and some of the characters are kind of cartoony looking. And the intro itself will make you think that it's going to be this kind of silly action adventure where a kid finds a robot and he saves the universe and everybody's happy. But the fact of the matter is, this series is incredibly grim. It's very, very dark, and you know, it catches a lot of people by surprise. In fact, we came home one night at AWA, and it was very, very late, and we just wanted to watch something like before we went to sleep. And I suggested that we actually watch this. And you know, Christian, he's not really into the older, you know, animation stuff. And you know, he watched this, and we watched the first couple of episodes, and he actually got really, really hooked. You know, the story itself, you really do get sucked into it. It's really, really great. And the animation, even though it's old, it's not bad. It's actually very good. It's pretty clean. You know, it's just kind of old. That's really the only thing you have to get past. But if you want to try Gundam from its very source material, you can finally start watching it from the beginning in either English or Japanese. This is the first set right here. They haven't released the second one that's going to come out before the end of the year. It's a 42-episode series. This is one of the longest-running anime series of all time. If you guys aren't watching Gundam, you're totally missing out. This is incredible writing, incredible artwork, and damn it, giant robots just rock. So that's pretty much it for my anime pickups this time, guys. I'll let you know what I get next time and suggest some more things for you. And remember, if you guys liked this video and you liked some of the suggestions that I gave you, make sure and give it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, as it helps get our name around the YouTube anime community. But that's pretty much it. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.